Hey, what's up guys, it's your girl Poppy Brit. Before we get started, as always, ya tu sabe, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss any of the future videos that I post. So I'm back on my floor. The last time I made a video like this of just me like talking was me talking about the fact that I got back with my ex. And actually this video is me talking about my relationship again, so you know, crazy how the world works. But anyways, yeah, the last time, if anyone watched my last video where I was like sitting literally here, I talked about how I had gone back with my ex who was not the healthiest for me, and I just kind of mentioned like, you know, it happens to the best of us. It'd be like that, really, like, and then we like get past it, you know. So yeah, last time people really saw me talk about my relationship was when I talked about how I got back with my ex and it just didn't work out. And then yeah, we had just broken up, and it had been like a month or like almost 2 months since we had broken up. And so I was like, felt like I was in a better place, blah blah blah. And so I was like, you know, this happened and you know, we're doing better, right? And at the end of my video, if you go back and watch that video, I say, I don't know why I feel inclined to make this video, but I feel like I will find out. The next day, I literally found out that my ex had not only just had a baby, and if I saw pictures of that baby was like at least a month old. But yeah, so my ex had just had a baby. And the second thing was that he was making threats against my life. And so I found that all out the day after I made that video. And obviously it was a lot to process for me. I didn't really like full on talk about it, but I did post on my social media and was like, this guy is making threats against my life. So like, if I go missing, you know where to look, right? What happened after that was that even though I had this individual blocked on everything, because we had broken up not because I knew that he had a baby, or not because I knew that he had cheated on me, for other very toxic reasons we broke up. And he found out that I had posted this message and was like, he was making threats against my life. And someone informed him of that, and then he popped up and was like, I would never do that. You all know that. I would never hurt anybody in my life. And also, like, I'm not even focused on her. I have a baby now, right? So he was just like, I have a child and I'm not worried about her, right? So he kind of made me seem a little crazy. And you know what? In those moments, I would honestly say I was not acting as rationally as I would have wanted to. Does that mean I'm crazy? No, because my feelings are very fucking valid at that moment. But ultimately, this all brought me back to this topic that I'm going to talk to you guys about today, which is about dating a narcissist. Fair warning, and anyone that's going to inform him about this video, and I'm sure he's going to watch it, fair warning, this is not about him. And this is not about me trying to bash him. This is ultimately just what happened and how it affected me. Does that, that's all I have to say. Because you know what I was going to say, does that make him a bad person? I am not one to say that. What I'm going to talk about is my experience and how it affected me. It's been at least like 4 months at this point, so it's been a while. I've had some time to process. And the thing for me is, as people know, I'm very spiritual, and messages come to me often, right? Like things, I've always said, I don't make this YouTube channel to get views or anything like that. It's purely from my experience, and then if someone relates, cool. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I like to share my experiences because, one, I know people experience the same things I've gone through. 2, I believe in community and healing through going through the same things. And 3, I know many people experience the same things that I have experienced, and know that I don't know how and I don't know why, but somehow, some way, someone that listens to me through this video will benefit from it. And you know, it's taken me a lot of time to actually make this video and to accept that I dated a narcissist. Because I know I will have someone in my fucking comments saying, how do you know he's a narcissist, etc, etc. I am not one to diagnose someone as a narcissist, and I am not one to say he is actually a diagnosed narcissist. The thing I'm saying is that I have experienced a lot of narcissist like personalities and experiences from this individual. So if I could sum it up, that's what I would call it. I've had this feeling to want to make this video for a while, and what brought up me wanting to make this video most, when Gabby Petito went missing, a conversation came up about dating narcissists and the fact that I didn't follow this case closely, so don't quote me, but from what it looks like, police talked to him multiple times, and he was just very charming, was able to convince them to go away. That brought up the topic of dating toxic people, abusers, narcissist people, etc. And that's when I just kind of had just broken up with my ex and gone through all that shit with him, and started to realize, and it's a lot to process honestly, that I too had been abused. And that's a hard word to say, and it's a very heavy word to say, and you know, I don't like to say that word because I realize that a lot of my family members watch my YouTube channel, so I don't want them to think like I'm in any immediate danger. That's a lot to hear from someone or something. I am okay ultimately, but that does not negate the fact that I was abused, and abuse is abuse in any way, shape, or form. I don't care if it's emotional, physical, whatever. Obviously there's severities to it, whatever else. I am not one to negate that. The thing is, for me, it took a lot to accept the fact that I was actually abused. And I like even laughed through it through like discomfort, because it's a thing that happens and it's scary. And for me, I'm very thankful, and I've realized this now, that it didn't get worse, right? But I would just want to speak on my experience about dealing with a narcissist, because I literally just got home like an hour and a half ago and started watching this show called Maid. It's literally still up, and if anyone wants to watch it, it's painfully accurate and scary to watch. It's just so fucking sad. And me, as someone that experienced working with people who experience domestic violence, homelessness, all of that, it's even heavier, because not that I can relate, but I've seen it. But it also makes me, one, realize how bad it could have gotten. That's why I'm making this video, because I just want people to know that, first of all, it's more normal than we would like to say or think about. Also, it is okay. Not that it's okay to be abused in any way, shape, or form, because I would never say that. It's just you are not a bad person for experiencing that. And for a while, I felt like I was a bad person, and I felt like I was bashing and making my ex-partner look bad for doing these things to me and bringing up these emotions to me. And ultimately, it's like, I am not a bad person for that, and I am not a bad person for exposing the things that he did. It's not exposing, it's actually what he did. So it's not making him look bad, it's the decisions he made, and that took a lot for me to realize. I truly just want people to know that, first of all, you're not alone, second of all, it happens. If anyone wants to know how bad it can get with a narcissist, watch the show. And I'm pointing this way because that's where my TV's at, but just watch this show, because narcissists will put on a suit and pretend like they're the best, well-intentioned people you will ever meet, just to make you look like a bad person, and it's just not true. This video ultimately is me sharing what I've learned through dealing with a narcissist. The first thing is, they will suit up and they will make themselves look like a good person, because for me and for my experience, my narcissist, and I'm just gonna call him that, my narcissist, I was trying to make him seem good because I wanted him to look good in the eyes of my family and my friends. So I wanted my friends and family to love him, and I started to bring him around, and eventually my friends and family started to love him and see that he was actually a good person, and he's actually really nice and really sweet and fun to hang out with, blah blah fucking blah, right? And it's because this individual knew how to manipulate people and make people like him. And that's what narcissists do. They make other people like them so that when you say, oh, he's bad, oh, he's treating me bad, oh, he's doing this shit that's really not good, people are like, well, how could he? How would he? There's no way. And for me, thankfully, I got lucky enough to where he cheated on me and had a baby, so like there was no way to disprove the fact that he was not a good person and cheated on me. But other people don't get that lucky, right? And so one thing about narcissists is that they will make other people love them just like you love them, and that's why it's fucking hard to leave. 2 is that you're not a bad person for leaving. Narcissists will find a way to guilt you into believing that you are a bad person for leaving them. My ex was outside my door begging at 3-4 a.m. crying to me that he was so sorry and wanted to change and miss me and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, he had just had a baby. I firmly believe, and like I said, I am not a psychiatrist, so don't take my word for it, but I firmly believe that narcissists believe they're all nice. So for him, he believed that somehow, some way, he was not in the wrong and we could get back together. I felt really guilty because not only that, after we broke up, he was going around to my coworkers, to my friends, to my loved ones, crying to everyone, saying he missed me, he fucked up, he wanted me back, whatever else, right? And so my people started to be like, he's so sorry, he misses you, he loves you, whatever else. And I started to feel bad and be like, am I a bad person for leaving him? Am I a bad person for not wanting him back? If I could say one thing, it's you're not a bad person for leaving them. Even if they're crying, even if they're hurting, whatever else, it is a codependent relationship that you do not need to be in. It is the best thing you could possibly do for yourself, even if it does not seem like the best thing at that moment, and even if it seems like the most selfish you think you could do at that moment. That person was really only thinking about themselves. So at this time, it's your time to think about yourself. 3rd thing I've learned is that you truly are better off alone. For me, in many aspects, I've learned that I am better off alone than the emotional turbulence that it takes to be with someone that is very toxic for you. I know that a lot of toxic people will make you feel bad so they don't feel as bad for hurting you. For me, even physically, I have improved from being by myself rather than being with someone that drained my energy physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, everything. I have bloomed in every aspect, and other people see it too, but I feel it too. One thing that I had to learn is that he did not hit me, but he did this, and that, right? Even when I tried to report this individual because I had screenshots of him saying he wanted to get rid of me, I couldn't do anything. I realized I had absolutely no power. I tried to go to the police and file a report and file a restraining order because not only was he trying to threaten my life, but he was stalking me. I could do nothing about it because he had not physically or personally threatened or hurt me, even though I had proof of him saying that he wanted to. And it just shows you how fucked up the system is and how much the system will try to invalidate you, but other people will try to invalidate you for what you went through. And if you've gone through it, I just want you to know that, like, I see you and I hear you. That's what I've learned about being with the narcissist. And ultimately, I just want everyone to know that it's hard, but I see you and I hear you. And even though everyone else loves and likes them, that does not invalidate your experience about the fact that they're not good people. Or not even that, but look at me trying to justify it. No, that doesn't invalidate the fact that they're not good people or that their actions weren't good. And I firmly and 110% believe in you and your ability to get out. I also 110% believe in you and your experiences and know that it's not that easy to get out, especially when you have children or other ties. But for me personally, I'm so glad I got out, and I'm grateful that I'm able to share my experiences with you, and I will continue to do so. I've stopped myself from making videos like this from YouTube just because, first of all, like I said, my family watches my YouTube channel. Other people have a lot to say, and sometimes reading the negative comments is hard. And third of all, I don't want it to just be a sad ass channel, but ultimately this is my channel and these are my experiences, so here I am sharing them with you, and I just want everyone to know that I believe in you and I love you, and I just want you to be your best self, and that's all I got. Anyways, if you made it towards the end of this video, as always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want to see from me, and until next time, I just want you to know that I love you. That's it. That's all I got. And I will continue to authentically show up for you and for myself every single day. Love you guys.